Public comment during a school board meeting gives the community a chance to speak directly to the board and superintendent. But what happens when one of them decides they don't want to listen?
Well, that's what played out at the Fayette County Public School Board meeting on Monday night. As Matthew Veed stepped up to speak, Superintendent Dr. Demetrius Liggins left the room. Veed refused to start without him.
WKYT's Samantha Valentino shows us the 7-minute standoff that followed. That is our top story at 6.
Our next speaker is Matthew Veed.
That was the moment when Fayette County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Demetrius Liggins got up and walked out of Monday night's school board meeting. The district wouldn't say why Liggins left, only that he, quote, excused himself briefly at one point during a long meeting, which is allowed.
Should I wait? I'm not starting until he comes back.
Other speakers also refused to use their time until Liggins returned.
I do not know how long he's going to be, but you can go ahead and begin your comments. You have 9 minutes.
Veed had 9 minutes because several people gave him their time, but he wanted Liggins to hear his message.
We get 2 chances a month to address the superintendent.
7 minutes later, Liggins returned. Veed immediately called for his resignation.
There's another motion that needs to be made in addition to that motion, which is to consider the resignation of the superintendent.
What do you think it was about your name being called that made Superintendent Liggins want to just get up?
It's hard to say if he did that on purpose, right? But there's no question that I have been the most vocal, the most critical of the district, of him, of his staff.
Veed calls the walkout disrespectful. He says the district needs new leadership.
The trust has been, it's too far gone. Too much has happened. And I cannot imagine a scenario where he's able to rebuild trust, rebuild faith from the community.
The district faces several financial audits, including one by the state auditor. Veed says that's too long to wait for change. He wants Liggins gone now. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
And we asked the district for their thoughts on Veed's call for Liggins to resign. In a statement, they told us in part, quote, "Our focus must remain on supporting students and staff to the highest level, and we ask that all inquiries prioritize this shared commitment."
Samantha, let's get some context for people. You noted that Fayette County Schools is undergoing several financial audits. So take us back. How did we get to this point?
Yeah, well, Fayette County Public Schools has really been facing financial issues for several months now. Back in May, it was announced the district was facing a $16 million budget deficit. Not long after that announcement, the board voted to ask the fiscal court to raise the occupational license tax. Now, for individuals, that's an income tax and a net profit tax for businesses. We raised the question of whether that vote was even lawful, and the Attorney General agreed it wasn't due to a lack of public notice. In June, the district formed a work group of community members asking for their help in addressing that budget deficit. In July, that work group recommended pulling the $16 million from the contingency, which they were told was just shy of $42 million. But in August, we uncovered the contingency was expected to be up to $20 million less than anticipated. The district's budget director, Ann Sampson-Grimes, was also placed on leave in August. She claimed her leave was retaliation for raising red flags about the district's finances going back to early 2024. Grimes has since returned to work, and it's important to know the school board has now passed a balanced budget. That means there's no longer that $16 million budget deficit. But of course, community members are still calling for significant cuts, both financial and of some district leaders.
Well, that timeline right there, speaks volumes about how long, at least, this has been going on.
Long time.
We thank you very much, Samantha. You can scan